don't really get along. Well,
Okay.
at least in the 2nd grade. I was very accident-prone as a kid. No matter what game was being played, I knew I was gonna get hit in the head with the ball. It didn't even matter if I was playing or not. I used to brace myself for impact before going out to the playground because going outside usually went something like this. It happened so often that it just became a joke to me. It got to a point where this one time I bet my friends $5 that a ball nearby would hit me in the next 2 minutes. I knew that no matter what, it was inevitable. We were a good distance away from the game, so chances were pretty slim. Okay, sure. Sorry, that's not possible. Just watch. Needless to say, I won that bet. The nurse, however, got tired of seeing me every day.
This kid again. What are you in for this time?
A ball hit me.
That was yesterday's excuse. Go back to class. You're fine.
She assumed I was faking it, and I don't blame her, honestly. If someone kept coming into the nurse's office every day with the same excuse, I'd probably get suspicious too. It's not like I wanted to get hurt. Sometimes I think maybe someone was just trying to hit me on purpose because it stopped like after a month, but I'll never know for sure. I made sure that if I ever saw another game in progress that I would just instantly get out of there. Sports were never really my thing. While other kids were joining sports teams, I was busy drawing dragons and making comic books. I just wasn't really interested in playing them. I also wasn't too big on watching sports, but my dad was determined to change that. My dad took me, my brother, and some cousins to see a Dodgers game when I was like 4. We were really high up in the seating area, so I couldn't really tell what was going on. I just remember getting hot dogs and my cousin biting my brother's hand because he thought it was food. I remember at some point the crowd stood up all at once, and I was super confused being the little bean sprout I was. One of the players had hit a home run, and it was heading right for us. The ball had flown over us, so my dad thought, oh well, I guess someone else will get it. The ball hit a panel above us and went straight down, hitting me in the head. My dad turned around just in time to see this random guy come up, scoop the ball off my head, and run out as fast as he could. It's not like I wanted it or anything. The sport I hated most growing up was soccer. I actually wanted to pretend I was sick on those days. Oh, soccer today. Oh no, I'm not feeling so well. Oh no.
That's me when I want to go to school.
Soccer in elementary school was just 6 kids kicking each other around in a circle anyways. Oh no, thanks. I need my shins to walk. I'd say the only sports I actually enjoyed were tennis and basketball. Basketball kind of runs in my family. I used to go to this all-girl basketball meetup thing, and I was always benched because I just kept making 3-pointers. I passed the ball too. It's not like I wasn't a team player. It's just, if I could make a 3-pointer, what was the purpose of giving up the ball to someone else, you know? The coach wanted to be in charge. It was her way or the highway. It wasn't a real team. We were just playing for fun. I've never really cared about winning trophies or being in the spotlight. I'd rather just play the game and have fun. The only game I got competitive at playing at was Knockout. If you haven't played this game, I recommend it. You line up and take turns making a basket. The first person shoots and attempts to make it, while the second person in line shoots right after. If the second person makes the shot before the first person is out. You can also make it hard for the first person to retrieve their ball by knocking it out of the way or, you know, by any means. That continues until one person is left. I remember this one time I was playing with a group of guys and I was totally schooling them. This one game, they chose a really hard spot to shoot and people were losing left and right. I managed to get the second to last out and it was down to me and this one guy named Josh. Mano y Womano. All the guys were rooting for Josh to win, of course. We were both making shots like crazy when Josh started to lose his rhythm. With the adrenaline pumping, I managed to make 2 shots in succession, and I lapped him. Ha! They never played with me again. In one of my PE classes, you could actually get extra credit by making 3-pointers. I totally took advantage of that. Being creative little bean sprouts, my brothers and I would make up different games to play. This one game we would play on our beds. It was sort of like the floor is lava, except we used balloons. So we would set it up where there would be 2 beds parallel to each other. You would pass the balloon from bed to bed, kind of like volleyball, except you had to use your feet. Using your hands was considered cheating. The balloon had to land on top of the bed. Everything else was lava. Each time the balloon didn't make it to the other bed, the other person would get a point. My older brother and I used to be obsessed with playing ping pong. We developed some kind of narrative with each other, like one person was a student and the other was the master of ping pong, and every time someone made a point, we would say things like, ha, 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 ha. I have taught you well, my son. Ha, ha, ha. Looks like the student has become the master. Ha, ha. Looks like the student needs some work. We also made up this game called Bike Tag, but we only managed to play it a few times. It was just like normal tag, except with bikes, and I highly suggest not playing this. Being idiots, we thought, what was the worst that could happen? The game was going pretty smooth until I was tagged. I was chasing my brother, who had a scooter at that time. Kind of a hack. I almost had him when he jumped up on the sidewalk and escaped. My bike crashed and I flew into the edge of the sidewalk, fracturing my wrist. The fracture was on the growth plate, and so the doctor was just like, let the body heal itself. Luckily, it was my left hand. I can't carry heavy things on it, but I'm fine. Psh, whatever. Just don't play bike tag, okay? That was really dumb. All in all, I don't think sports are bad. I just think they're boring to watch on TV. The only way I'd ever watch a game is if I knew someone playing in the game, like maybe going to a high school game and you know someone there, or playing it myself with some friends. I'm not really big on keeping score. I just like, playing the game. So what are your thoughts on sports? What teams do you root for? I have a Patreon now, so if you want to check that out, links in the description. You guys can check out my videos early on there. I want to give a thanks to Jaden for voicing in this video. She's really awesome. You should check out her channel, links in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm like really exhausted, and I laugh a lot when I'm exhausted. Bye-bye!
See you guys on the next video. I might actually make another reaction video, maybe later, or maybe a gaming video. I don't know, but okay. See you guys in the next one. Bye. Wait, whoopsie.